Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's game is too fantastic as I was playing in the Sagewood Chess Cup in the open section and I had missed the first two rounds. So this was the 7th round and I'd won all the 4 games I'd played in this tournament. So this game was between Muhebwa Shafik in the white pieces and me, Sanya Derrick, in the black pieces. So sit back and enjoy the entertaining sacks from all sides of the board. White pieces, Shafik played e4, and then I knew that he was well prepared with e5 and Sicilian defense, so I decided to go with knight f6, the Alpine defense. So he played e5, the main line. I played knight d5, c4, knight b6, d4, d6, hitting in the center. So in this position, moves like knight f3 can be considered, and also pawn takes can be considered. But he went in with another aggressive style. He played f4, then I played d takes e5. And remember, he can't take with the d pawn because now I captured the queen. So he played f takes e5. So in this position, moves like bishop f5 are the main moves in the position. But I decided to test him to see if he knew the variation very well. So I played knight c6, attacking the 2 pawns in the center. So if he goes ahead to play d5, then I can take the pawn, which is on e5. So he played knight f3. So before playing knight f3, let's go back. In this position, the move I was expecting him to play was playing bishop e3. So he played knight f3. This gave me an idea to play bishop g4, pinning this knight and threatening to win the pawn, which is in the center on d4. So he played bishop e3. Then I played bishop takes f3. So he can't take the bishop with queen because now I have moves like knight takes pawn, winning the pawn in the center. Even if he has also to, you can also take the pawn on b7, but the d4 pawn is the center of the game. So he went ahead to play pawn takes f3. So here I played e6. Now I'm trying to develop my bishop, which is on f8. So he played knight c3, developing the piece. So here I didn't have a clear plan on how to follow up on this position. I decided first of all play bishop e7 and see what he's going to play. So he played knight e4 in anticipation of, if I go ahead and play bishop check on h4, then he could just drop back the knight on g3. So I played bishop b4, check. So if he plays bishop back, then I can go ahead and win the pawn, which is on d4. So the only move he had to take back the knight by playing knight c3. And in the position, I played queen h4 check, because I was expecting moves like bishop goes back to f2 to support, and then I can put the queen on f4, just slightly in the center. So after bishop f2, then I played queen f4. So now all eyes on long castling so that I can bring my rook to be attacking the pawn d4. So he played f3, but better in the position, he would have tried to play rook c3, but he played f3. Then I played bishop takes c3, b takes c3. So I went ahead to play long castling. So just know that now various sacks are looming in the position. In this position, the only move he has right now in the position is playing queen e2, but he played bishop d3. In this position, I thought for about 30 minutes to go ahead, and I was trying to calculate to see knight takes pawn on e5. How is he going to cope up with that sacrifice? So I played knight takes pawn on e5, and I was expecting him that if he goes with d takes e5, which he played, I played queen takes e5 check, and after king f1, which he played. In this position, the move which I was expecting him to play was playing king d2, and after rook d7, trying to bring the other rook into play. If he goes ahead to play bishop d4, then I was playing queen a5, pinning the pawn and now threatening to win the bishop, which is on d4. So after king c2, then I was going to go ahead and play c5, bishop takes g7, rook h d8, and after f4, stopping any queen checks in the future. Rook takes d3, queen takes d3, rook takes d3, and this one would give me a huge advantage. But after queen takes e5, he played king f1, and then I went ahead to play queen takes c3. So now queen takes c3, I'm attacking the rook, which is on a1, at the same time attacking the bishop, which is on d3 because it is pinned down by the rook. So he played king e2, defending his piece. Then I played queen e5 check. So in this position, he played bishop e3, and now he knew that now he has a piece in the hand. So I had to play fantastic chess. But if you look at this game, the rooks and the queen are still at the initial squares. So I played knight takes c4, and after queen c1, defending the bishop. Remember, the knight and the queen are ganging up to take the bishop. So he played queen c1, attacking the knight, which is on c4. So in this position still, I thought for 20 minutes and I came up with a move. I played rook takes d3, and then I'm giving him a variety. If he plays queen takes knight, then I can play queen takes bishop, and that means white will be busted. So he played king takes rook d3, and I played knight takes e3. If you look at this game, in this position, if he would try to play queen takes e3, then I was playing rook d8 check, and after king e2, rook b2 check, king f1, queen takes a1, and this would give me a huge advantage in anticipation of moves like if king goes back to g2, then I was playing queen comes to d4, defending my pawn on s7, and also trying to look for queen exchange so that I could win the game comfortably. So after knight takes e3, he played f4, trying to open a running square for the king in case of king goes to e2. King can also come on f3. So I played rook d8, check, king e2, then I played queen e4. So now after queen e4, still he can't win the knight, which is here. For example, if he could play like queen takes e3, then I was playing queen g2 check, and after queen f2, rook d2 check, after king takes d2, queen takes f2, and still I would go ahead to win this game comfortably. So that's why after queen e4, he played king f2, trying to move away from the pin, and I played queen takes pawn on f4. He came back and he played king e2, then I played queen e4, still looking at him. Then he played king f2. So now he wanted to settle for draw. I said no, I want your liver. I played knight g4, king g1, queen check, king goes to g2, queen check, king goes to h3, and after rook goes to d3 check. In this position, Shafik resigned. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck.